And now for a FaithBridge Kids Ministry presentation of Superstars of the Bible. Each week we'll be looking at awesome, amazing, true stories from the Bible where God used ordinary people just like you and me to do amazing things. Each of these superstars is a part of God's big story, and every one of their stories leads to the biggest superstar of all, Jesus. So, who will our first superstar of the Bible be today? Stay tuned to find out.
I wonder what I should do today. Oh, I should build a snow fort. That sounds so cool. I don't really know how, but, well, I'll just Google it. Yeah. Hey, Maddie. What's up? What you doing? Hey. I'm just Googling how to build a snow fort because I thought that would be really fun to do today.
Maddie, I don't think this is gonna work. Have you thought this through?
Yeah, I mean, what is there to think through? Like, I have all the instructions right here. See, 11 easy steps. Yeah, I'm just gonna go print all of these out, and then I'm so excited. It's gonna be so fun. I'll see you later.
I don't think she has everything she needs.
Today's story is about a man named Nehemiah. Nehemiah was an Israelite, which were God's special people, but he didn't live in Israel. He lived in Persia, where he worked for the king as a cupbearer. As cupbearer, Nehemiah would taste the wine before the king to make sure it tasted good, but also to make sure it wasn't poisoned. It sounds like a really strange job, but being a cupbearer was actually an important job. Not only did Nehemiah taste, carry, and serve wine to the king, he was also a trusted advisor to the king. One day, one of Nehemiah's brothers came to him and told him the Jewish people back in Jerusalem were in great trouble. The wall around Jerusalem had been torn down, the gates had all been burned, and without walls and gates, the city was no longer protected. Nehemiah was so upset when he heard these things. He sat down and wept and fasted. And then Nehemiah did something really important. He prayed to God. He praised God for keeping his promises. And then he pleaded, "Oh Lord, I am going to ask the king for a great favor. Please put it in his heart to be kind to me." Nehemiah waited for the right time. And then one evening, when he was carrying the king's wine to him as usual, the king noticed Nehemiah looking sad and asked him why. Nehemiah exclaimed, "I am sad because I found out that the city where my people are is in ruins. The wall has been turned down. The gates have been burned." The king kindly asked how he could help. Nehemiah prayed a quick, silent prayer. Then he asked the king if he would send him to Jerusalem so he could rebuild the city. Nehemiah was afraid how the king would respond. He could have killed Nehemiah for asking to leave. But instead, the king told him to go. And not only that, the king gave Nehemiah an army to protect him while he was traveling there. God had heard Nehemiah's prayer and answered it. So Nehemiah took off for Jerusalem, and when he got there, he began rebuilding the wall. He had many different groups of people working on different sections of the wall, and they all worked faithfully with all their hearts. But they were met with some people who didn't want them building their protective wall again. These enemies wanted to stop Nehemiah and all the people helping him. They made fun of Nehemiah and his helpers, saying things like, "That wall would fall over even if a fox walked over it." When Nehemiah heard these things, he prayed to God again and asked that God would make these mean people go away. Nehemiah and the Jewish people continued to work on the wall. When the enemies saw that the wall was continuing to be built, they started to plan an attack on the people who were building the wall. God's people continued to work on repairing the wall and rebuilding the gates. But now, Nehemiah had half the people stand guard armed for battle, while the other half worked on the wall. Wow, God's people must have been so scared. But Nehemiah reminded them of how big God was and told them, "Do not be afraid of them. Remember the Lord who is great and awesome, and fight for your families." Many times the enemies tried to stop the rebuilding work. But Nehemiah prayed constantly, and God gave him the courage and wisdom to continue. Nail by nail, Brick by brick, beam by beam, the wall went up until finally the wall was done. Their enemies could not stop God's people from doing His work. The people worked so faithfully for the Lord that they finished the wall in just 52 days. The Jewish people once again had a physical wall that could protect their city. But Nehemiah understood that God was and is more powerful than any wall, and that He always promises to protect His people.
What about you? Are we willing to listen to God and obey Him no matter what? Without God's help, it would have been impossible for the people to build the wall so quickly and with their enemies constantly trying to attack them. When Jesus came to earth, He faced a lot of opposition, just like the people Nehemiah was working with. But just like Nehemiah, Jesus knew that God was with him. He prayed to God, asking Him to give him strength, and trusted that God would help him when his enemies attacked him. And God did. Now, maybe God doesn't call you to build these big things to protect cities anymore, but God does call us to build each other up. Our memory verse for today is, "So encourage one another with the hope you have." Build each other up. In fact, that's what you are doing. 1 Thessalonians 5:11. We can always build each other up, and we can always do this by telling them the good news of Jesus. People may try and stop us from doing this. They may say mean things or try and hurt us, but we know that we have God with us. Because of that, we can always be strong and build others up.
Yeah, everybody hurts sometimes, I know that's what they say. But right now it seems this loneliness won't go away. Yeah. Can anybody feel this heartache? Is anyone around? Feels like we're running round in circles, we can't catch a breath. We can't enjoy the moment when we always want what's next, yeah. Just when I can't take no more, it's when I hear you say, don't hang your head when you get lonely. No, I'll never leave your side. And don't go thinking you're the only one that can get it right. Yeah, you got my love, 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 love down in your soul. Yeah, you got my love, 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 and I won't let you go. I know there's nowhere I can run, there's nowhere I can hide from the one who gave his life so I could get back mine, yeah. So when you can't take no more, look up and hear him say, don't hang your head when you get lonely. No, I'll never leave your side. And don't go thinking you're the only one that can get it right. Yeah, you got my love, 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 love down in your soul. Yeah, you got my love, 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 and I won't let you go. Your mercy is new every morning. Your grace sustains all of my life. You are the one that I run to. In you I am satisfied. Oh, your mercy is new every morning. Your grace sustains all of my life. You are the one that I run to. In you I am satisfied. Don't hang your head when you get lonely. No, I'll never leave your side. And don't go thinking you're the only one that can get it right. Yeah, you got my love, 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 love down in your soul. Yeah, you got my love, 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 and I won't let you go.
In today's story, we learned that Nehemiah was the cupbearer for the king. Being the cupbearer meant that he would try drinks before the king would to make sure that they were safe for him to drink.
Yikes, that sounds like kind of a scary job.
It was actually a really important job. You had to be very loyal and trustworthy to be trusted to be the cupbearer for the king. In fact, I think I'm pretty loyal and trustworthy. Maybe I would make a good cupbearer.
Would you really want that job? Trying all those different drinks without knowing what they are or what they taste like until you take a first sip?
I mean, I think I'd give it a shot.
Okay, let's try it. How about I give you some drinks and you try to guess what they are? Could be milk, could be lemonade, could be something gross.
Okay, let's do it. I'm a little nervous, but let's try.
Okay, here's the first one. This one isn't too bad.
This one's safe. It's Dr. Pepper.
You're right, that is Dr. Pepper. This one's easy too, so you should be able to get this one too.
That is Gatorade.
That is not Gatorade. Want to take another guess? Or...
Is it Mountain Dew?
Nope, it's lemonade. This one. Oh goodness.
Oh, that is coffee.
That is
Cold
coffee.
coffee.
Okay, this next one.
Oh,
This next one might be a little more on the gross side.
a little more gross than coffee? Gosh. Oh. Some juice that I'm not a fan of.
That is apple cider.
Oh, not a fan of apple cider.
This next one, we're getting even more gross part.
We're getting progressively worse?
Yes.
Oh, no. What was that one? It tasted like a vegetable of some sort?
That was tomato juice. Oh, goodness.
Why is that even a thing?
Yeah, I know. Here is the last one. Oh, good luck with this one.
Why did I want to do this? I don't even begin to know what that was.
That was prune juice.
It had a really, it went down okay, but the aftertaste was awful.
Don't drink prune juice.
Yeah. You know, being a cupbearer was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. I imagine that Nehemiah was probably really good at his job though. If you recall in the story, when he asked if he could go to Jerusalem, the king did say yes.
Yeah, Nehemiah is really good at his job. Let's see if you guys can remember the jobs of these political people.
Hey!
Hey!
Where are you going dressed like that?
Oh, Dylan,
Not that cold outside today.
I'm gonna go build a snow fort.
Okay.
Yeah.
A snow fort.
Uh-huh.
How are you gonna do that?
Yeah. Oh, it's super easy. Look, I printed out these instructions, but then I needed to get some warm clothes because I realized that snow is really cold. So I got those and now I'm ready to go.
Yeah, but what about
Listen, Dylan, I'm sorry I don't have time for all your questions. I gotta get outside before it gets dark so that I can finish the fort. Okay, so I'll talk to you later.
I came to party. I came to party with my friend Jesus. I came to party. Whoopsie doopsie doopsie daisy. I got an invite to a party. Come on, everyone, join the crowd. Jesus is alive, we'll make it loud. So throw your hands up and bounce and bounce. Are you ready? We're ready. Are you ready? We're ready. I came to party. I came to party with my friend Jesus. With my friend Jesus. Ain't no one like him. Ain't no one like him. Like my friend Jesus. Like my friend Jesus. Can you hear it? Can you feel the beat? We're gonna praise the King of Kings. Gonna shout it in the street. People moving, people singing. So throw your hands up and bounce and bounce. Are you ready? We're ready. Are you ready? We're ready. I came to party. I came to party with my friend Jesus. With my friend Jesus. Ain't no one like him. Ain't no one like him. Like my friend Jesus. Like my friend Jesus. Make some noise and freeze. Now jump, 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 jump. Sing and praise in Jesus. I came to party. I came to party with my friend Jesus. With my friend Jesus. Ain't no one like him. Ain't no one like him. Like my friend Jesus. Like my friend Jesus. I came to party. I came to party with my friend Jesus. With my friend Jesus. Ain't no one like him. Ain't no one like him. Like my friend Jesus. Like my friend Jesus. I came to party.
Hey guys, I got really inspired by our story today, so I decided to get on all the blocks and build a super cool tower of my own. I already started building, but I want to keep adding to it. So just as impressive as Nehemiah's, I think I may need to get some more blocks. Hang on.
Wow! This is a cool tower! You know what I love best about building blocks?
I'm gonna wreck it! I'm gonna wreck it!
Yep! Knocking them down! So satisfying! I better be going.
Wait, what? What happened here? Who knocked down my tower? Who did this? Oh, well, the great thing about building blocks is that you can always rebuild it when it gets knocked down. Hey, kind of like how Nehemiah was rebuilding the walls, where there were ruins. So let's get back to here and get this set. You know something, I may need to get a few more blocks here because I want to make this thing look really impressive.
Wowee! This is even better than before, which is gonna make it even more fun to knock down.
I'm gonna wreck it! I'm gonna wreck it!
That was awesome!
Oh no! What happened? Who did this? Who keeps doing this? I just don't get it. I keep leaving to get more building materials, and every time I come back, my tower is knocked down. I wanted to build a building just like Nehemiah, but I didn't want someone trying to ruin my building and my plans like Nehemiah's enemies did to him. There, I think that is... I'm gonna have to start over again, but that's all right. I can do that. Hang on for a second.
Will you look at that beautiful building? You know what I want to do?
Wait! Are you the one who keeps knocking this tower down and then I have to rebuild it?
Maybe?
Vern, why? I've been working so hard on my building, and every time I walk away to get more supplies, someone knocks it down. It is really frustrating.
I have to be honest, Rick, it was me. I knocked your building down. I'm sorry. It's just, I think the best part about building blocks is getting to knock them down. Let me help you fix this part.
Okay, that's okay, Vern. From now on, maybe ask me before you knock down someone's tower they built.
You're right. Hey, Rick?
Yes, Vern?
Can I knock down your tower?
Seriously? Fine. How about we, on the count of 3, that we'll both destroy it together, okay?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Told ya!
I can fix it!
Hey, Maddie.
Hey.
I hear that you're building a snow fort.
Yeah, I was just going outside to do it right now.
Why are you doing that?
Sully, didn't you hear our story from today? Nehemiah and a bunch of other people, they went to Jerusalem to build a wall around the city, kind of like a fort. So I thought it would be really cool if I went to build a snow fort.
I think that's awesome, but I think you're missing one really important thing.
No, actually I have the instructions and I have all my warm clothes. Actually, I think you may need that. You're missing that, but I don't know what else I could be missing.
Let me show you. Snow.
Oh no!
Nehemiah went to Jerusalem to make a wall around the city to protect it, and it was a big task. I've been given a slightly smaller challenge than Nehemiah. I've been told to try and put these 2 blocks into this bucket, but the twist is I can only use one finger. So let's see if I can do it.
Hey, Montana.
Oh, hey, Ninja.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, I have to get these 2 blocks into this bucket.
Why don't you just...
Oh, no. No, the rule is you're supposed to use only 1 finger. So just watch.
Just tell you what. Why don't we work together? Can I use 1 finger and you use 1 finger?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
I guess that's still in the
Teamwork?
rules. Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
give it a try. Oh, yeah. Let's do the other one.
Okay. Yeah, see, we work together.
Whoa, that was so easy.
All right.
Man, as you can see, there is no way I was able to do this with only 1 finger. Just like in our story, Nehemiah could not put the wall together all by himself. He needed help from a lot of other people. And most importantly, he needed help from God.
Raindrops rolling off my brim. Street lights got the pavement glistening. Touchdown, I fall into your arms, right where I belong. Your everlasting arms. And where would I be without you? I'd be packing my bags when I need to stay. I'd be chasing every breeze that blows my way. I'd be building my kingdom just to watch it fade away. It's true, that's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't know where I'd be without you. Flashback, step into the scene. There's you, and there's a very different me. Touchdown, you had me at believe. You had me at believe you did. And where would I be without you? Without you, I'd be packing my bags when I need to stay. I'd be chasing every breeze that blows my way. I'd be building my kingdom just to watch it fade away. It's true, that's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't know where I'd be without you. Where would I be? I was in deep, so incomplete. Till you rescued me. Yeah, you rescued me. You rescued me. So incomplete. Now you are mine. I am yours. You rescued me. So incomplete. And I am yours forever. You saved me, remade me. Where would I be? I'd be packing my bags when I need to stay. I'd be chasing every breeze that blows my way. I'd be building my kingdom just to watch it fade away. It's true that I'd be packing my bags when I need to stay. I'd be chasing every breeze that blows my way. I'd be building my kingdom just to watch it fade away. It's so true. That's me without you. That's me without. Oh, that's me without you. That's me without. Oh, oh, that's me without you. That's me without. Oh, that's me without. I'd be without you. That's me without you. That's me without you. That's me without you. Don't know where I'd be without you.
Hey everyone, Maddie here, and I am here to give you an update on our Faith Bridge drive-through trick or treat. First, I want to say thank you, Faith Bridgers. You guys donated more than 50,000 pieces of candy for us to share with our friends in the community, and many of you came and helped us pass it out. And I want to give a special thanks to everyone who drove through. It was awesome. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. I'm drawing the name of the winner of the Nintendo Switch. Can I get a drum roll, please? Okay, the winner is Owen McClaudra! Wow, congrats, Owen! Thank you guys again, everyone, for coming out. And now, back to our in-progress programming and my snow forts.
All this talk about working together to build things got me thinking about a kind of animal that really works together. It's not a beaver, and nope, I'm not thinking of birds either, although they do build incredible nests. The animal I'm thinking of is actually an insect. Can you guess? I'm thinking of the mighty ant. Believe it or not, ants are amazing. Did you know that an ant can lift 20 times its own body weight? If a second grader was as strong as an ant, she would be able to pick up a car. Whoa, that is strong. Ants live together in big groups called colonies, and they work together to build their magnificent nests and keep their homes safe. They use lots of different materials, such as fine soil, sand, clay, and sometimes pine needles or tiny sticks. The ants can't do anything on their own, but they use their combined strength to move things around and come together to defend their nests against common enemies. They work together as a team. The nests, or anthills, that the ants work together to build can be huge. One of the largest kinds of anthills can reach up to 10 feet tall. Can you imagine coming face to face with a 10-foot anthill? Not only are ants strong and smart, but they are also fast builders. And one week, a large army of garden ants can construct an underground city big enough to house thousands of insects. That's amazing. You have to admit that even though ants can be pests, especially when they show up at picnics, they are pretty incredible insects and fantastic builders because they work together. Just like everyone worked together to build the wall around Jerusalem.
Okay, so I clearly can't build a snow fort since I don't have the most important thing that I need, snow. But Nehemiah, he had everything he needed, and he especially had the most important thing, God. With God and the help of other people, he was able to put the wall together. And we can do the same. With Jesus on our side, we can always build others up.